Hello, this is Victor at RestoringMercedes.com. This video is for Dave in Alabama. Okay, Dave, so these are your units. As you well, you can distinguish yours. These are the wiring that was the units came with. Basically, I had some issue with one of them. There was, I believe it's a driver's side unit that I had some issue with wires. They were not in correct locations, so those wires, I found the right location is a clutch coil with some other wire was swapped around. I don't remember which one, but they didn't work. Now they do. So first thing is that the let's just energize them first. So for that reason, as you can see, this red wire connects over here. It goes all the way to the top computer. Top computer is the 600 E-gas, and they both connected here to it. There's one here and one over there. So both E-gases, both throttle bodies connected to the same E-gas, and it goes over there to my power supply. So we're gonna put the power on. Actually, I'm gonna flip the switch. I'm gonna have the video here on throttle so you can see that they energize. Alright, so putting the power on. Okay, so this is how they work. Basically, one opens, the other one closes. That's normal operation. That's how it works. Every time you energize units, that's perfectly fine. Because I do not have any other computers on my bench, I cannot have these throttles open all the way to 90 degrees. Like Butterfly will not open 100, like to full capacity, so it's going to open about 1/3. That's also normal operation. As you can see, wide open throttle, it only opens about more than half, I would say. But that's a good indication, because on the vehicle, when they're plugged into the car, you open them all the way because other computers are present, ASR modules present, and communication is going around, so they work. You can activate them all the way. But this is a good test, because if there's anything wrong with these units, E-gas module will never energize them, so they will never open anyway. So what can I say about these things? They do work, as you can see, both of them open synchronized way. Plates move evenly. As you see them. So they work just fine. A couple of things. I had these units on my bench for a while. Like, they had been on the bench, I don't know, 2 days straight running, so they work fine. A couple of points I want to make. Let me just shut this down. I'll let them be on, actually, anyway, it doesn't matter. Now, a couple of points. Number one, the wires used, they're single solid wires. That's not the greatest option, because there's vibration, so they can break off, and obviously they can give you problems. So that is something that you probably want to replace. Second thing is that motors inside both of these units, they're a little tight, so they do work now. Ideally, it would have been nice to open them up and clean them and file brushes, because they seem to be a little bit sticking. So that's not, the best thing, because I had on my car happening. My car itself, like, I drove it 100 miles away, and then one motor just seized up. So basically, let me see if I can find one motor here. If I have one. Oh yeah, this is the motor. This is the motor that you find in 94 and 95 unit. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It's inside the throttle body. When motor gets bad, you can see that's what happens. This is where the brush used to go, melts. So that's not a good thing. The second one was fused. I could not remove it. So this is the bad motor. I just keep it on the bench to show that what's going on with these when the brushes get stuck. Very delicate, because they can break, and once they break, there are no replacement motors. They were made by Bosch for Mercedes, and they don't make it anymore. So that is something that you need to consider, motors. And the last thing is that the connectors, because solid wires are used, I would not glue connectors together. I will leave them as they are, because if you decide to replace wires for stranded cable is just, you know, regular normal wire, not a solid one. Let me see if I have one. Just, you know, just normal stranded cable like this, you know, the regular normal wire. I use military grade, Teflon coated and silver pleated. So these are basically forever. So these are great. That's what I use, just a piece of it. I buy them in bulk, lots of wires at once. These do work, so for now we can leave them alone, but I probably just drop a zip tie on these connectors, just let them be, you know, together, because you do not want to lose middle pieces. And that's about it. I mean, obviously it's good to seal the entry points one more time, and you know, that would be nice. But basically, operation of this unit, as you can see, they both work. And I did send you another video of e-gas module that also does work. So to me, everything should work in your vehicle as much as it works on my bench and on my vehicle in terms of e-gas module. So they should be fine. So basically leaving everything as you requested, just the way it is. Just make sure they work. They do, and just as they are, you know, not doing anything else. So you can put them on your car and, you know, figure out what else you want to do with this. But again, my findings are that the wires have to be replaced. Definitely, I would definitely do that, and I would overhaul both motors because they're a little sticky. They might work for long, they might not work for long at all. So nobody can say. Unless you open them up and see what's inside, then you'll know more. Doing so, you have to remove the gear, which is plastic. That's kind of scary because sometimes it cracks. So you have to be very careful by doing so. Most of them crack. I mean, I've had bunch of these units come in with cracked gears. Excuse me. People try to, but didn't succeed. Gears are expensive because you don't really, you know, you cannot find them anywhere. Plastic gears, and only made for these units. But other than that, units do work. As you can see it yourself, everything's good to go. Okay, so this is basically the conclusion here with these units, and they're ready to go. As they are, they will work, and yeah, so they'll go back to a customer. Alright, this was Victor at historiamercedes.com. Thank you for watching.